Well, it's snowing again today, so I brought the old Jeep in. I had it sitting outside. I just wanted to see how it would do to start it up this morning cold, and boy, it fired right off. I left it out all night, and so I'm happy about that. And I got my blade extension all done, so that blade is now 7.5 feet, as it should be, and as you can see there, it extends out well past that where that front tire tracks, so I won't be running up on snow anymore. I'll be running behind the plow the way it's supposed to be. And I ran her down the road and back and kind of knocked down the berm that I had built up before and shoved it a little further off the side of the road, and it worked out just fine. Got a little extendo there on each side, and it's working out well. But anyway, I'm working on another little project here. I got this plasma cutter, and I guess most people buy things and just kind of accept them the way they are, but sometimes I find that just because the guy who designed it had some initials in front of his name doesn't necessarily mean that it's designed best for my application. In case in point being, this plasma cutter, and you see here I have my welder set up on carts, or my wire feed sitting on a cart, and the plasma cutter sitting on a cart, not only so I can roll it around and get it wherever I need it to work on whatever I want to, but keep it up off the ground and kind of keep some of the metal grindings out of it, metal dust out of it, and still I have to blow it out occasionally and try to keep it cleaned up inside so it works. But the thing is, when I've got it on this cart and both these sitting up here together, you can't hardly reach the switch on the thing because they designed it, they put this switch way in the back, way back here, and it's just kind of a pain to get to. So I decided that wasn't the best design for me. So I built a little contraption that kind of changes all that. And what I have here is this little triangle that pivots on that bolt, and that bolt's up on top of the plasma cutter in the back. And then I've got this little rod that runs through a little guide here that sets up on the front, and I'm going to bolt that back up. I had it taken off because I had was doing some work on the thing, pulled it open to blow the dust out of it. So I'm going to put that back on, and when I get it on, I'll show you how that works. That's much better. I don't have to climb around over these cables and back in there behind that thing to turn it on. I don't know why they put the switch in the back of that thing. It just makes sense that it's on the front here where you can have access to it. But anyway, it's a done deal now. That works for me. Look at that cut. Isn't that dandy? And as I mentioned before, once before, one of the things that's so nice about a plasma cutter is those cuts are just so clean. Nice and straight and smooth, and the only cleanup you have is sometimes there's a little slag on there, and you can take a hammer and just tap that off. There you go, it's gone. And it just, like I said, it just saves a lot of time on your grinding wheels. You don't wear them out. That's pretty slick. So that's why I like a plasma cutter. Yes, Bob.